Hey, welcome to Is What Keeping You in the Know, where what we do primarily and essentially is radio. Yes, we train radio, we do radio, we sometimes have fun, we celebrate our greats, we celebrate those present right now on Is What Keeping You in the Know. But primarily, we want to empower you on how to do radio. You probably love radio and you would like to be on radio one of these good days, and it's a dream that can come true. So thank you very much for watching this video. My name is Leander Candiero. If you have questions, comments pertaining to radio, 0772-751-573. That's 0772-751-573. You can also email to captainsmail@gmail.com. That's captain, the word captain, yes, followed by the letter Z or Z, MAIL @gmail.com. Yes, those are for your comments, questions, and anything that you might want to talk about pertaining radio. What do I want to talk about today? Today I want to talk about one of the biggest questions that always comes. Like, what do you think about today's radio? Mixed feelings, various opinions and varying opinions about today's radio. Some feel that it has improved. Some feel that, well, the ball has been dropped in some instances. Some feel that standards have dropped. What am I going to say about today's radio? I feel that there's been a lot of infusion, which is very welcome. It's a fast world. Things are developing. It's a global village. So we need to infuse certain things that were not on radio before. However, we need to be careful about infusion and incorporating things of a different culture or with a different culture. Now, first and foremost, you need to understand that everything has a culture. A people have a culture. A country has a certain culture. Certain sectors have cultures. Accountants have a culture, which is a way they do things and way they don't do things. Go to the health sector, they have the certain culture. Radio as well, radio broadcasting has culture or cultures or beliefs or ways of doing things that make it radio broadcasting. Now, what are some of these things that I feel have been infused on radio that have kind of changed or altered the way we know radio should be done? I'm looking at social media. We love social media and we incorporated social media onto radio. I'm looking at club DJs. We love club DJs. The audience have requested. We also want to hear some of our club DJs because we don't have chance to go to the club, or I don't want to go to the club, but I want to hear the club feel on radio. So it has been incorporated. Mixed DJing as well has also been incorporated on radio, and we love those. But these are different sectors that have their different cultures. How have they infused? How have they infiltrated? How have they diluted and sometimes distorted the radio culture? Now, the first thing that I'm going to speak about is the culture of radio is primarily known to be radio or family friendly. Yes, social media, on the other hand, is not. Not all of it, but a lot of it is not family friendly. Yes. It is also known that the club might not be the best place to look for a family-friendly environment. What am I talking about? The music that is played on radio is usually marked radio edit because it has to be family-friendly, friendly to the ears. Remember, mass audiences means we have children, we have teenagers, we have adults, and we also have the elderly. In the club, they have a certain clientele, a certain group of people who will accept to hear some of those words. Yeah. And it is also a fact that sometimes when you play radio edits in clubs, they will not accept it. They might boo you. They actually want to hear the raw versions. But on radio, we play radio edits. It's not happening on most radio stations. You hear some coarse language in some songs, and that's the first thing. Then the radio presenters themselves are bringing on content which is not family friendly, something that can be acceptable on social media, something that can be acceptable probably in the club or other parts. But radio primarily is for the family. Yes, I accept that there's formats of radio stations across the world that actually do it in that way, where they are not too careful about being family friendly because that's how they define themselves. But those are fewer than most radio stations who are very careful, and that is the accepted culture of radio. What else do I want to talk about? We want to talk about accuracy. Being factual is one of the things that makes radio radio. Yes, we fact check on radio. Yes, we measure 10 times and then we cut once. We have to be factual. That's another culture about radio. Social media is very notorious for fake news, for cooked up news. People are looking for views, people are looking for likes, people are looking for followers. So they cook up stories to get views. We just have the dark internet, which is also putting its content online on social media. And radio is not known for that. Radio's culture says, let's fact check. It's better to delay a story, but fact check and then give it to our valued audiences and listeners once we know that this is a fact. Dependability and consistency is another one that makes radio what it is. Yes, I'm not saying that radio should not have times when things change. Yes, sometimes the presenter on the breakfast show, or on the drive show, on the morning show, or the evening show cannot genuinely make it. But primarily, radio tries to safeguard the listener and the advertiser by being consistent and dependable. Yes. So that's another thing that we want to talk about as the culture of radio. Music-wise as well, club DJs or mixed DJs will play songs for maybe less than a minute or slightly longer than a minute. Yes, they'll put some sounds and it's so exciting. Radio culture, radio broadcast culture does not do that. Yes, we've incorporated club DJs, mixed DJs in portions of our programming, and we love that. However, we should do it to proportions where we still maintain the culture, the feel, and the expectations of radio. Why am I talking about music? It's because club DJs or mixed DJs, first of all, will play a song for 30 seconds, 40 seconds. That's not radio culture. We respect the fact that this artist has recorded a 3-minute song and we want to play most of it. That's radio culture. And I'm not saying that club DJs or mixed DJs do not respect music. They do, but they do it in a different way, which is exciting. I love mixtapes. I love mixes. I love the way club DJs do it. But radio still has to play most of the song. Club DJs, mixed DJs will also play around with the pitch of the song. They'll also do those sound effects. Radio culture does not do that. Yes, we've incorporated maybe a mixed DJ here, a club DJ here, but the radio presenters themselves do not need to become club DJs or mixed DJs, or we do not need to overload our radio stations with club DJs and mixed DJs. Don't get me wrong, we love you guys, we love you to the max, and you color the radio stations. However, radio needs to maintain its culture, its feel, and its sound.